Hey there, good morning everybody. Well, actually it might even be afternoon right now, I'm not sure. But I'm down here in my favorite spot, and I just figured I'd maybe try to make a quick video. I'm not quite sure how I'm going to try to film this, but it's making a fire, of course, with no matches, no lighter, just a ferro rod, okay? Now, when I was getting all this together, and I was making this bird's nest, I felt something, like a pain in the base of my thumb, and I thought maybe I got stabbed with one of the branches. But then, when I started doing other stuff and making feather sticks and whatnot, this guy came out, I think, of the tinder bundle. So, I don't know, what kind he is. I hope it's not poisonous. Oops, come on. But I'm not sure. Maybe, I don't know if maybe he bit me. Maybe I did get poked with a stick. I don't really know. But alright, so I'm going to try to get this thing set up so you can see this. But before I do, I'm going to have to try to prop it up stationary. I don't have a tripod. But before I do, as many of you probably know, the key to fire, especially primitive fire, is in the preparation. So I've got a bunch of really small stuff. In fact, that there is what I made the bird's nest out of. And I divided it so that so much of it is the initial bird's nest, and then so much of it is sort of a secondary half created bird's nest just to throw on top of that to make sure it catches good. And then I've got my kindling, little teeny tiny sticks, throw that on there. And then over here, as you see, I made some feather sticks. What I don't know you can see in here is I've got cattail, flash tinder, and then I even have underneath here, scattered all through there, I've got birch bark. And that's a great flame extender. And then over here, I've got my fuel. Some of this stuff is better than others. This stuff right here, my knife's on top of, I just got done processing it. It's that birch, and it's kind of damp, but heartwood's usually dry on the inside. So, then there's some old stuff that I'd already processed from I don't know, a while ago, that I haven't got to yet. So hopefully, because it is pretty damp out here. We had some really heavy fog last night and this morning, so everything was pretty saturated. And this stuff that I gathered here, what I usually do is I usually gather it on my way back, and I sit it in the basement and let it dry out for the next time I come down. But actually this morning I left and I forgot my dried out stuff. So the stuff I gathered here, I gathered on the way down here. All this stuff is gathered today. So hopefully I did all my prep work right, and this will go off without a hitch. So I'll see you in a bit. Okay guys, so hopefully you guys can see, if you see the way that I have this thing set up, it's actually kind of comical. But hopefully it'll work. I think actually I'm going to take these off right now and save them for in a bit. So we'll try to get all this stuff all set up here. We'll see what happens. That's why I'm not a really big fan of cattails. They do not last long at all. Probably the biggest key to doing this is just patience, Oops. fluff this out just a bit more. It might catch better. Come on, dang thing. I am going to cheat a bit. Hopefully it didn't get damp in my pocket. I'm going to put in just a bit, just a little bit of dryer lint. Get that to catch just a bit. Oh, crumb. Come on. I know you wanna. I know you wanna. A little bit. Come on. See a little bit piece right there. Okay. All right. Oh, I smothered it. Crap. Try it again. I just about had it. Go. Alright. Get that going just a bit. And then take all of our little sticks and whatever. I'm going to throw them right on top. Here we go with the snap crackle pop. Got those feather sticks. See how they catch. Backpack out of the way. I'm going to start taking this little stuff and putting it on there right now. Give it time to catch. You know? Because this will die down, and it'll die down relatively quickly because the stuff that I'm burning is very, very small, and so it will not last long. Will not. Get up in there. Oh crap! That's the problem I was having last time. Let's see how this feather stick. Ooh, feather sticks like to catch. Trying to keep my backpack out of the way. Whoops. Yeah, that. See how it burns down so fast? That's why you immediately want to start putting fuel on there. back this way is I'm going to try to put my grate up. I'll still be doing this, blowing on it and all that dumb stuff. Actually, thinking about it, I'm going to put my coffee pot on right now. Alright, we'll see if that does the trick. I can hear it sizzling now. That's usually a pretty good indication. It's that wet wood, man. And see, normally when I put wood on, I would put this side down. But this stuff being that birch, where I showed you what the bark does, you know, being a natural flame extender, like that. So that's why I put the bark side down. because eventually it'll get to a point where it'll take care of itself, you know. But getting to that point sometimes kind of hard with this, you know, less than really dry wood, you know. Trying to find some, I think it'd be drier stuff here. Where to put this thing? Try to put it right there in the ball. I don't know if you can hear that on the camera, but it's just literally just sizzling. Sit down for a bit. Hopefully that'll take care of itself now. Hopefully. Sizzle, sizzle, sizzle. All right, I'm gonna pause you for a minute and see what I'm gonna do here. Okay, everybody, we're back. As you can see, I really let the fire die down quite a bit. It wasn't shortly after I cut the video off that the coffee boiled, and I had too many things going on at once, so I couldn't video it. Sorry about that. But so I have it sitting in my French press right there. But then I discovered, much to my chagrin, that I do not have. Oh yes, I just found it. Thank God. I didn't think I had my little plunger for my French press, so that's good news. Let me get that thing all set up here. Okay, so I let the fire really die down after I cut the video off. Well, right after I cut the video off, the water started boiling for the coffee, so I had a lot of things going on, and sorry I couldn't video it. But, so the coffee is in the French press, ready to go. There's my skillet, because the name of the game today is going to try to be pancakes. When I'm out here, I usually do oatmeal because it's quicker, it's easier, you know. But I really do like pancakes a lot. So I'm going to try that. So that's why I'm letting this burn down to just coals. You know, because anybody knows that that's plenty hot still. That's the best way to cook, is over coals. If you want to boil, you want flames. To cook, you want coals. All right. So pretty soon here, I'll show you what I did. I gotta dig it out of my backpack. This is an old peanut butter jar, and it seemed to be the perfect size. So what I did was I mixed up the pancake mix for 2 pancakes, and you know, big pancakes, and it's in here. All right, so that is how I'm going to try to do this. But for right now, I'm going to press the coffee. Actually, I usually only do it once, but I saw a video just the other day of a guy that he pressed it. He said you got to break the surface tension, so he pressed it, and then he pressed it. And then he pulled it back up again and let it sit for another minute or so, and then press it again. So that's what I'm attempting to do. And I'm trying to get my stuff out of here, which is not very easy with one hand. I need to get a tripod. Come on. I just want my coffee cup. Alright, there we go. So, I'm gonna pour me a cup and shortly after. Look pretty good. I only take cream on my coffee. That's it. I don't know if I can undo this with one hand. Oh, I did. Kind of messy, but I did. I like to use these old pill bottles for stuff like that. They work really, really good, I think. I don't use any sweetener, so I use a lot of creamer in my coffee. Alright, I'll put that away. Okay. Looks pretty good, huh? Oh, way, way hot, but really good. Okay. Now, I'm not sure, again, maybe I'll try to put this up the way I had it before, but I won't be able to see the viewfinder, so bear with me a minute. Okay, trying to put the final. I hope that's good because I can't really do anything about it now. Like I said, I don't have a tripod or anything. Yeah, that's good heat right there. So I want to clean all the ashes out of my pan. Another thing I completely forgot was I forgot to bring something like any kind of butter. So hopefully the non-stick works on this thing. Hopefully. I mean, really hopefully. I guess that's about half, huh? I guess. So, we'll see. Man, I got these little burrs everywhere. I got them on my shirt, and then I rubbed my bandana against them, and now they're all over my bandana. It's a brand new one, too. Dang it. So, now we wait. I don't know. Hopefully I'm not going to have a hard time getting this out of the skillet. And another thing is, I forgot to bring a dang paper plate. I brought me because I usually don't, like I said, I usually don't do pancakes. I usually do oatmeal. And so I'm always set up for that. But, yeah, I didn't think to bring a paper plate. So I guess I'm going to have to eat them out of the skillet one at a time. Coffee's pretty good, though. Yep. Yeah, there's nothing like it being out here and, you know, well, just cooking over a fire, period. You know, it's pretty awesome. But to me, I think, more enjoyment of the fact that, you know, I did this a more primitive way. You know, as far as, you know, I didn't use matches or a lighter. You know, it's one of those things that's starting to become almost like a lost art, you know. And you know that in a lot of ways, you know, thank God for YouTube, because, you know, if it wouldn't have been for mediums like YouTube, you know, it might be a lost art, you know. there's nobody to, you know, pass it along. I thought that this would be a lot faster. The coals are pretty, yeah, they're pretty hot. Man, you know, I might end up on the second one. I might end up taking this grate off of here and sticking the skillet right on the coals. But you don't want to burn it either. Oh, see some bubbling going on here. I was thinking about bringing down an old cast iron skillet, leaving it down here. This is a folding, as you see the handle folds, and so it's a little bit easier. It's really, really light, so I just threw it in my backpack. But yeah, I thought about doing like a whole camp kitchen thing down here, getting it all set up. Because, you know, this is really close to, you know, right behind my house, and it's just somewhere I'd go to sort of, you know, unwind. Because a lot of times I don't have the time to be able to actually go out, you know, actual camping. You know, I can't, a lot of times I can't be away from my business that long. So I kind of run down here and run away. Run away from reality. I think I'm going to start trying to practice other forms of primitive fire. You know, because the ferro rod, it's probably the most modern of the primitive fires. Oh, you know what? I didn't even think about that. So I'm not sure. I might have to try to get up around here, see if it goes in frame. So right here I have an old Altoids tin. A lot of people know what this is, with a little hole in it. And this is old pieces of jeans. Now, so you get to know where I'm going with this, making char cloth, okay? I actually completely forgot about this. Hopefully I've got enough coals left that it'll work. I guess I'm going to throw it right there. I actually did this the last time I was down here, and I actually had a lot more in there. and it worked perfect. Perfect char cloth, and it was great. I think because it was jeans, you know, and not like t-shirts or, you know, because it's a much thicker, more durable material. So I think that the char cloth is, you know, thicker and more durable. You know, it's not. I mean, it'll break easy. Don't get me wrong, but it's not really like you touch it and it falls apart. You know, it's not like that. So I had just a few pieces left, and I was kicking myself. I was like, man, you really should have put that on film about making char cloth. So I thought, well, I got a few pieces left over that I couldn't fit in the first one, because you don't want to jam pack them in there. You want them, you know, them to be able to breathe and get some oxygen in there. Not enough to combust, but some. So I left those other few pieces out, and that's what I've got in there now. All right, I'm going to start messing with this thing. I don't know if it's too, it looks like it's too early for that. I might have to do my oatmeal after all. I don't know. I wonder if I use this. Well, this spatula's all messed up though. Let it go for another little bit. Turn it around this way. Oh, it's awful. It's a lot bigger over here. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get this out of here. This might just be a disaster. Might just be. Oh, man. It's good. Oh, and I can already see. I'm gonna have to grab the camera now, so sorry about whatever it's gonna do. But so yeah, there's that char cloth. You can see it, the steam coming out of there now, the smoke. Okay, good stuff. It didn't take very long. And here's my sad little pancake. Coffee's good though. And you know, I'm sitting out here. All I hear is the birds. It's nice. I need this, you know. We all need this. We all need this. Thank you, Lord, for all your blessings. Thank you, Lord, for giving me the opportunity to come out here and do this. Thank you, Lord, for this food that might be messed up, but it'll still go in my belly. Char cloth is still going strong there. I'm wondering, because it's on coals and it's not any kind of flame, I wonder if I'm going to get a flame shooting out of there. I did the last time. Disaster pancakes. I might end up making my oatmeal after all. I carry it with me. We'll see what happens. No matter what, it'll taste good because it's out here in the woods, you know. The heck. Alright, I'm going to cut this off a minute, and because I definitely can't try to flip this thing with one hand. Okay, so as you see, I took the grate off. It seemed like it was just taking way too long to cook. So I took the grate off. that thing was a disaster. I tried to flip it and ended up being more like scrambled eggs and pancakes. I don't know. It was pretty rough. And I ate it straight out of the pan, kind of half cooked, and got some batter going on, whatever. It was pretty crazy. But so I took the grate off for the second one. As you see, it's already starting to bubble up. So there's definitely hot spots now because, like I said, it's all burned down the coals. So I'm trying to keep it, turning it around and whatnot. It's really going to be the same thing. Eat it out of the pan. Big old mess. But what are you going to do? So I moved the char cloth container over there. It looks like it's done, but I'm not totally sure yet. I'm going to let it sit for a little bit more, maybe move it onto a hot spot, see if I can get more smoke coming out of there. If not, I'll just pull it off and let it cool. We can check that out. So yeah, it's coming along. I have to keep moving it around. Looks like right here is the hot spot. So all right, I'll check back in a bit. Well, I don't know if you can see that down there, but I tried to flip this thing, and nah, that ain't happening. Oh man, I think I'm gonna have to start calling this the pancake disaster video or something. Oh me. I just don't even know. But you know what though, it's at least I can laugh, and have fun and whatever. So yeah, it's pretty bad. So I try to put it off like some of the more direct heat, so hopefully it'll just kind of cook through and I won't have to flip it, and I can just eat it out of the pan like I did the other one, but without as much disastrous results. So I don't know, but I just poured myself a fresh cup of coffee. Coffee's good and hot, and it's pretty good stuff. So, and it's cooling down. It feels like it might rain a little bit, which is fine by me. It's kind of humid out here. It will actually feel pretty good, I think. So, all right. I might check back in a bit. Check out that char cloth. It's not doing anything, but I haven't put it on a hot spot yet either. So we'll see. Well, what do you know? I was actually able to get it to flip, although half of it. What a disaster. At least I got it to flip over, though. That's good news. I might actually be able to put some syrup on that one. I don't know. Needless to say, I don't think I'm going to be cleaning this thing out here. I think I'm going to take it home to clean it. Oh my. In fact, I might just throw the thing away. But then again, I didn't use any butter or anything, but I mean, it's supposed to be a non-stick pan, so I don't know. But yeah, small victory. I got to half flip it, or I don't know, something. All right. Well, I guess it's time we try this thing out. I don't know how the heck I'm going to do this again. I don't have a tripod, but I'm going to throw some syrup on here. Not a whole lot, because I don't want to go on all over the pan, That'd be good. I wonder if I can. Well, I guess I'm just gonna have to reach down here like this. Oh, the syrup's going in the pan. Oh crap. Yeah, this thing might get tossed after today. It's actually pretty good. Yeah, not too bad. Not too bad at all. Alright, well, I'm going to keep eating, and then I'll check back with you in a bit. We're going to check on actually, I'm going to move this, like I'm going to do it right now. Move this over, and it seems like, oh, that's really hot still. Maybe I can try to move this thing up out of here. Put it like right there. It seems to be a hot spot right there. We'll see if anything else happens with it. Alright, check back in a bit. Alrighty, so I ate that thing. It was pretty good actually. Now I pulled the French press out of the cozy thing, and so the last step now is to clean up. So I've already thrown the grounds out and all that. So a little technique that I've used, especially with my oatmeal, is to put about half a cup to a cup of extra water in the pot, in the boiling pot, and that is to help clean up. Okay, so I'm going to throw that in there, and then I'm just going to sort of plunge that up and down a little bit to try to, again, it's kind of hard with one hand actually. Let's see if I can do it this way. Pull that up. Now, actually cleaned off a pretty good deal of all that stuff. Now, the thing is, I'm usually, like I said, cooking oatmeal. And so this is a little bit different. But this is all the crap that's left on that pan. I wonder, got a little bit of life left in it. I'm going to throw that right on the, dang it, I wanted this to be more even. And then I'm going to dump this in there to help try to get that crap off of there. You never find a flat spot, right? Whoops. I want to do that. Now, that'll be good enough for, oh, okay, right now. I'll let that soak in there. Maybe I can get some of that off of there while I'm still out here. Now, while I'm waiting for that, I pulled that out. And, yeah, it's cool. Alright, so, if I can, hang on. Oh, there we go. Alright, time for the reveal. Hey. Looks like char cloth. Look at that. Pretty nifty. I only had a few pieces in there. Let me see something here. I'm going to grab my lighter to see. Oh yeah, look at that. That's what you want. Yeah. Look at how that keeps that, man. That's awesome. Come on, focus. Good stuff. It's very hardy, you know. See that? Oh, getting hot. So that'll keep it ember for a long time. Yeah, man, I'm digging that. Cool. Alright guys, well, I think that's enough for this video. Goodness gracious. So I'm going to keep messing with this, try to get as much of that crap taken off of there as I can before I head back. But, you know, as always, it's awesome to be out here. You know, go out there in the woods, man. Do something. Make coffee, build a fire, you know, hike. But just get out there. Alright? Love you guys. Later.